Welcome to a brand new 5-part video series covering putting, and we're going to get you to use this thing better next time you play. This is being filmed at the absolutely stunning Finca Cortes Inn golf resort here in Spain. I'm currently at the Jack Nicklaus Academy of Golf on their putting green, and we're going to cover lots of myths that surround putting, and if we can dispel those myths, it's going to leave you in a much better place next time you're on the green to hole those putts, reduce those 3 putts, and ultimately lower your score. Let's get started with the first video. So thank you for joining me here in Spain. I am at the Jack Nicklaus Academy of Golf here at Finca Cortes Inn, which is the course that you see behind me and these beautiful villas which run between the course. And we're going to do a series of videos dispelling some of the myths that surround putting. And so what we're going to do is each video is going to be discussing a myth, why it's a myth, and then how that information can help you perform better when you actually hit your putts on the course. Just before we get started, if you're not a subscriber, I would love you to do that. It's absolutely free. More videos coming each and every week. There's a link in the description box down below, or there's a clickable link at the end of the video if you prefer to wait for that one. So what is the myth that we're talking about today? Well, the myth here is that when you putt, your eyes should be over the ball. This is something that I got told when I was a junior golfer growing up. It's something that I heard coaches tell people. And when we actually dive a little bit deeper, we kind of find that there's not really any evidence to suggest that is the best thing for you. What we actually now know is that your eye line will be quite individual to you, and it's really important you get it individual to you. Here's a great little drill and exercise that you can do to establish what your eye line needs to be. It is going to help you putt better, and we're going to go through why that's the case in a moment. What I'd love you to do is actually get yourself on a putting green and find a hole. And what you're going to do is you're going to take an alignment stick like we've got here, and I want you to take your time to make sure that alignment stick is pointing dead straight at the hole. That is possibly slightly to the right. So this is important that we get this spot on. So I'm using the side of the club shaft to make sure this is absolutely in the middle. And I'm pretty happy that that is about right. It's maybe just right half. So from this position, I can absolutely 100% tell you that that stick is pointing into the middle of the hole. What I'd then like you to do is take your starting position with the putter at the end of the stick as if it's a ball, and get yourself set up like you would normally. Now from here, I want you to see what your eye position would be. Your eyes, I want them to be pretty much over that stick. So that kind of eye over the ball analogy. Now, once you are here, I want you to look along that stick and continue it to the hole. And I want you to tell me, or tell yourself, because I won't be there obviously, whether that stick looks if it's pointing to the right, to the left, or in the hole. So as I do that now, and I take my eyes on the stick, that stick looks to me as if it's going left of the hole. So to me, I would swear that that stick is pointing probably somewhere around about here, maybe just missing that left edge. Now, I know it's not. So what we have now is we have a little bit of a mismatch between what I see from here and what we see from when we're over the ball. That's really important, because if we have that mismatch, that's when we're going to start missing putts on the course. You may well have seen, or you may well have been one of those golfers where that you use the line on the ball, you place the line down, you come back, your line is where you want it to be, you get over it, and then as soon as you look up, you start to second guess that, and you think, well, it looks a bit more from the left, it looks a bit more from the right, I'm not sure whether I'm aiming correctly. That is a sure sign that your eye line is not correct for you. So here's what you are going to do. You're going to take a golf ball. In your pocket, you're going to take your setup again, and you're going to find a position where that looks a little bit more like it's in the hole. So for me, I would say that's around about there. Now I know from experience that my eye line is inside the ball. There we go. So you can see my eye line was probably a good 2 inches inside that ball there. I can actually would say that my eye line is just inside the heel of the putter. But that is where I see a straight line as a straight line. That's so important, because if I don't see those two together and they don't marry up, I'm never going to be a particularly good putter, especially on these short ones where we're trying to hold them. Now, you need to play around with that, because you may well find that actually your eyes need to be outside the ball. You may find that actually your putter needs to be a little bit shorter if you want the eyes to be outside the ball. It's really a case of trying to find what I call your blueprint. Where do you see that line as being straight? Once you find that place, we need to sort of register it, measure it, where are your eyes, and start to have that as your go-to when you're putting badly. So when you start having a bad few rounds putting, you come back and you kind of get yourself back into your setup position which works for you. And that's really, really important. Now I'm going to try and hit this putt. It's not a straight putt, it is actually off the right. So I'm going to try and get myself set up. Eyes are going to be inside of the ball. That helps me see that putt nice and straight, and then I can go ahead and roll it. Okay, so what I'm seeing there is I knew the line, I set myself up, I agree with that line, I'm able to stroke that ball confidently along that line with it all kind of fitting together and marrying up. Eye line is so important. You need to establish what yours is. Eyes over the ball might work for some, but it won't work for everybody. We need to find out what your particular go-to is. Hopefully that helps, gives you some information which you can use practically, take it to the course. Hopefully you're going to hold some more putts. If you do, please let me know in the comments box. Would love to hear, you know, some success stories of you putting better or being a bit more confident with your putting based on what we've done in this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you to, again, Finca Courtesan and the Golf Academy here. Fantastic facility, as you can see. Fantastic course behind me, and the Golf Academy is also superb as well. So if you're in the area, check out this place because the golf course is in the top 5 here in Spain. Usual stuff is down below, comments box, like button. Also, the link to subscribe is over there. Would love you to be a subscriber, and we can help you play some better golf. Thanks for watching.